Filming one video and starting to film the next. That's me filming videos, except not really, because I kind of only have the energy to film one video per session before I just crash. Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm going to share with you how long it takes me to make one video on my channel. I have seen going around BookTube a little bit recently some videos from creators talking about how long it takes them to produce a video that is on their channel, basically talking about the amount of time that goes into content creation if you choose BookTube as one of your hobbies. I think it started with Thoughts on Tomes producing a video talking about this, and basically it's inspired a lot of other people to talk about the same thing as well, and I'm jumping on that train now. I saw this going around and I thought that it was actually a really timely trend given the content of my last video that I just posted, in which I talked a lot about the fact that I put quite a bit of effort into my videos and often find myself feeling quite negative about how they perform after I put all of that effort into them. So today I'm going to break down just how much effort actually goes into those videos and quantify it, at least in some sense. So what I've actually done for this is I've actually made two measurements. One is based on just a really low effort short video, and the other one is based on some of the longer videos that I might make, because I just wanted to compare the difference between perhaps a relatively unedited vlog or something versus something that I do put a lot of time and thought into, or something that's a bit longer and more involved on the editing front as well. So the first sort of, I guess, step in creating a video is of course coming up with the idea or the inspiration, and on a good day this can take absolutely no time at all, or maybe 15 minutes to actually write it down and write out what your inspiration is, or check that it hasn't been done before if you're trying to come up with something new, something like that. For a longer video it might take quite a while to actually hash out what you want to do or achieve from the video or something like that. So for me, I said 15 minutes for a quick video or half an hour for a longer video. The next up would be actual scripting or hashing out that video idea into a proper video template, which again, for a short video can take basically no time. For example, perhaps the idea is I want to turn on my camera and start filming me doing a get ready with me, and I don't want to script it. I just want to see what happens as the filming unfolds, which would be no scripting time whatsoever. Or it might take a couple of hours of doing a lot of research and putting a lot of thought into what you're going to say, what information you need to pass on through your video or something like that. So I said 0 hours for a quick one, or 2 hours for some of my more involved ones, like perhaps my video with the quotes about The Handmaid's Tale took quite a long time to prep and to think about. Next up we had prep time, which includes hair and makeup, but it also includes setting up the camera and the lights. We are filming tiny little snippets in between the chaos of building noise that is happening in somewhere behind our house. One of our neighbours in that direction is doing some serious building works, which means I probably won't be able to film my third video today in spite of my best intentions. Yeah, so prep time also includes getting cameras and lights together, getting any books that I want to talk about, making sure that they're ready, or any other props. So there's more to it than just putting makeup on your face or styling your hair, in spite of what some people might believe. Like, there can be quite a bit of prep time involved before you can actually sit down and turn the camera on. To be fair, the prep time stays the same regardless of the kind of video, really. Like, the only thing that might change is the number of books or props that I have to get ready. But in general, probably looking at about half an hour for me. So at this point, we have 45 minutes for a shorter video and 3 hours for a longer video. So already that time is starting to rack up, and I haven't even turned the camera on and started filming yet. Next up we have actually filming. Filming an easy video might be as simple as a half an hour filming session, or it might take up to 3 hours depending on how many videos I'm trying to film, how much energy I have, how much building works is happening in the background. Perhaps it needs to be filmed over several sessions. Sometimes you film a longer vlog where in fact you're actually tracking something over several months, so that time can definitely add up. So I said 30 minutes if it's a quick and easy one, or perhaps up to 3 hours altogether if I'm filming something that's a bit more long and complicated. Next up, we get to the editing, and this is where things start to really fall apart in my world. If it's a quick video and all I'm doing is cutting out the ums and ahs, maybe adding some book covers to the footage if I'm not holding up the books that I'm talking about, then we're probably looking at somewhere between 3 to 4 hours of editing, and that's because I do like to take a lot of care with my editing. If it's a video like the ones that I tend to try and create more recently, then it can take up to 12 to 15 hours for me to edit a video, and that includes one basic run through of doing just jump cuts and getting rid of ums and ahs and unnecessary rambling and all of that stuff. Usually another round to flash up any images that I want to do through the video, or any writing. Writing tends to be relatively quick and easy to do if I'm just adding little text notes over my videos, and then a considerable more amount of time if I decide that I want to animate that text or those annotations in any way. That can take quite a long time to put together, which is a pity because that's the kind of editing that I enjoy doing the most, but it can take a long time. And part of that is just because I'm slow and novice at it, and the other part of it is that it's a time-consuming process and it takes a lot of effort to make the video as polished as I want it to be. After that, I've also added a couple more sections that I think other people didn't add in their measurements, but one of those is subtitles, making sure that I actually check those subtitles of a video. So if it's a shorter video, we're looking at maybe half an hour of going through, fixing up subtitles, making sure they're all accurate and ready to go. If it's a longer video, like my Get Ready With Me video that I posted a week ago or whenever it was, that took hours, many hours of playing through that video and editing those subtitles when they were wrong to make sure that it was all accurate and good for people to actually read. So at this point, we're looking at 4 hours and 45 minutes for a quick and easy video, still quite a bit of time, or 20 hours for a longer video or a more involved video. And then after that, I also had a little misc section, which is for anything else that I do to get my videos up to the standard that I want them to do. And that includes photos for thumbnails, designing thumbnails, finding music if I want to add that to the video. If I have any books or channels that I've mentioned, finding those videos and linking them in the video description and writing the video description, all of that kind of stuff as well is stuff that takes time and effort before you get a finished product. And for that, probably still lasts about the same amount of time regardless of what kind of video I've done, but I've just added an extra hour onto both of those measurements. So now we're looking at 5 hours and 45 minutes. So basically 6 full hours altogether of prepping a video, and that's if I do the bare minimum at every stage of that video creation process, or 21 hours, which obviously I don't do all in one block because I wouldn't sleep for the day. 21 hours split up over several days, sometimes up to a week of prepping videos, editing them, and all of that stuff that makes the video something that I am proud of. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that it's pretty understandable that if you spend a full day worth of time on something and it gets dislikes or ignored or loses you subscribers, that's a pretty sad feeling. It's pretty crap. But that being said, this is something that I love to do, which is why I still spend that time on it. But I just thought it was interesting to break that down and have a look at exactly how much time and effort I put into some of the videos that I've put up on this channel. In fact, I might even flash up some thumbnails of some of the videos that I have done over the last, I don't know, year, couple of years, and give you an estimate of how much time would have actually gone into those videos, so you can see just how much has gone on in the background before you get to watch a 5 or 7 minute finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy seeing some of my process that goes into creating these videos. There's a lot of noise happening in the background, so I think this is my cue to shut up. I will see you for another video when I can, and until then, as always, stay classic.
The weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day.